The toys you give your baby have a huge influence on the development of their fine and gross motor skills, which is why it's really important to regularly change their toys based on their age. Before 9 months of age, your baby progresses from using their whole hand to picking up toys to then just using their fingers. And that's why most toys geared towards this age group are larger in size, designed to accommodate this whole hand grip. But after 9 months of age, babies' fine motor skills start to become more intricate and precise. Over the following 3 months, babies should progress to picking up toys using their thumb, pointer finger, and middle finger. Then, as they edge closer to that 12-month mark, they typically transition to using a pincer grip, which is where they just use their thumb and their pointer finger to pick up toys. Which means they need toys that will facilitate this fine motor skill development. If your baby keeps playing with those large toys, they will keep using all those fingers to grab things. And this could keep them from practicing how to isolate those 3 important fingers and delay the development of those crucial fine motor skills. So, if your little one's over 9 months of age, it's time to give their toy box a little update. These are the toys I recommend for babies aged 9 to 12 months that are great for fine motor development. Top of the list are peg inset puzzles. The small pegs on these puzzles offer the perfect opportunity for your baby to practice using just their thumb and their pointer finger. The aim at this point is for your baby to pinch the peg and remove the puzzle piece. Don't worry that they can't put the puzzle piece back in just yet. That's a skill that they usually master around their first birthday. And even then, it's typically only the circle-shaped pieces that they can fit back in. When you are choosing an inset puzzle for your little one, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. First, opt for puzzles with simple shapes like circles or squares. These pieces are easier for your baby to handle due to their simple edges. Circle-shaped pieces in particular are great because they don't need to be rotated to fit back into the puzzle. Pieces with irregular shapes require more precision and wrist movement, which is simply too challenging at this stage. Second, look for puzzles with small pegs rather than large knobs. Puzzles with big knobs might encourage your baby to use their thumb, pointer, and middle finger, or even their whole hand to pick them up. Your goal is to help them practice using just their thumb and pointer finger, so smaller pegs are the better choice for developing these skills. The next must-have addition to your little one's toy box is a push and pop-up toy. These toys are great because not only are they entertaining, but they also provide an exciting way for your little one to practice pointing with their index finger and develop their pincer grip. Initially, your little one is going to love pressing the buttons to reveal the hidden compartments or adorable animals. However, you'll notice that they can only manage to activate the basic push button on these toys independently. The more complex actions like manipulating the slide buttons or turning the crank will prove a bit too tricky for them at this stage and they'll need your help. But as they approach their first birthday, they'll start turning the crank and sliding the buttons all by themselves for the very first time. And this is a big deal as it shows that they've developed the ability to rotate their wrist, which is a significant advancement in their fine motor skills. But the fun doesn't stop there. After opening all the lids, your baby is going to love closing them back up. Initially, they'll use all their fingers to accomplish this, but with your demonstration, patience, and time, they'll gradually start copying you and just use their pointer finger to close the lids. Before you'll know it, they'll be repeating this newfound skill again and again, fine-tuning their ability to use their pointer finger. Small blocks are another excellent addition to your little one's toy box. The small size of these blocks ensure that they're not too small to be a choking hazard, but they're small enough to require more precise handling, and they will naturally encourage your baby to use their fingers to grasp and manipulate them. If your child is around that 9-month-old mark, when they do pick these blocks up, you will notice that they use a 3-fingered grip, which is where they hold the block using their thumb, pointer, and middle finger. And they're going to enjoy playing with the blocks by rotating them in their little hands, transferring them from one hand to another, banging them together, and inevitably dropping them. This play helps to develop their fine motor control and coordination, which are crucial skills for their fine motor development. As they approach the significant milestone of their first birthday though, you'll notice a shift in their grasp. They'll start using their pincer grip to pick up the blocks, showcasing the development of their dexterity skills. Another key development you'll notice around this time is their ability to drop blocks with precision. This newfound skill will enable them to build a 2-block tower, which is an accomplishment they will relish, especially the part where they get to topple it over with a triumphant smack. Being able to drop a toy with precision is just one of the many amazing developmental milestones your baby will achieve during their first year of life. To help you navigate these exciting milestones and know when to expect them, I've created a free, easy to understand developmental milestone chart. Just click the link in the description box below to grab your free copy. Next on the list are board books. These books have thick pages, and this is good for two reasons. First, they won't tear easily, even if your baby pulls on them. Second, the big pages are easy for small hands to grab and turn. But sometimes turning the pages may still be a little tricky for your baby. A simple trick to help is to put hair ties between the pages. This keeps the pages slightly apart, making it easier for your baby to grab and then turn. The simple act of turning the pages gives your baby the chance to practice and refine their pincer grip. Another great feature about board books is they often have interactive elements such as flaps to lift or textures to feel. And as your baby engages with these features by lifting those flaps or touching the textures, they use a variety of grips, which helps to further improve their fine motor skills. Another toy you want to add to your baby's toy box are cause and effect toys. These are the kind of toys that react when they're touched, poked, or tapped. And one of the best types of cause and effect toys for this age group are musical toys. And this is because they're sensitive enough that they don't need a lot of pressure or force to produce sounds or melodies, which is perfect with little hands. My favourite musical cause and effect toys for this age group include activity panels from a baby pushwalker trolley, and this is because the panels typically feature piano keys and other fun interactive elements. When your little one pushes the piano keys, it encourages them to refine their pointing skills, and at first they might hit all those keys with their whole hand, but as they grow they'll learn to poke with individual fingers. And the panel might also have movable flaps which your baby can pinch and then flip, as well as turning knobs that require precision and control. Musical books with tabs are also especially fun for this age group because your baby will get to enjoy bopping to the melodies while also improving their fine motor skills. The tabs on the pages are designed for pinching and turning, which is a perfect opportunity for your little one to practice their pincer grip. Plus, the buttons on the sides of these books can help them hone in on their skill for poking with that index finger. Now, if you're looking for a cause and effect toy that doesn't need batteries, which is a big plus for many of us, think about getting musical toys like drums and xylophones. Your baby is going to love banging toys together and making noises, and giving them a musical instrument like drums or a xylophone is a great way to use this interest to your advantage and advance their fine motor skills. While your little one is creating music, they'll experiment with a variety of different grips, figuring out the optimal way to hold the mallet or the drumstick. And this hands-on exploration and moving that mallet or stick from one hand to the other refines their fine motor skills and coordination. Plus, targeting the drum surface or the xylophone keys challenges their hand-eye coordination. They might start off a bit off mark, but with practice, they'll soon be making delightful and loud melodies. The next toy to add to your little one's toy box is an activity cube. You can think of these as a multi-sensory play gym. Each side or section offers a unique activity, whether it's a mini xylophone, spinners, or other tactile features. They all serve the same purpose of enhancing your baby's fine motor skills. Now, while it is fantastic to load up your baby's toy box with toys that will boost their fine motor skills, it's also crucial to be aware of the other side of the coin. Believe it or not, there are 4 popular toys on the market that, while they do seem like loads of fun and super helpful, they can actually slow down your baby's gross motor development if they're used excessively. Plus, they can also pose safety issues which you want to avoid. So make sure you watch this video next to find out exactly what these toys are so you can make an informed decision on if they're toys that you want to purchase for your little one.